All right, we are back with the Newcastle Career Mode for Season 2. We have returned to Newcastle United. So we're already into Season 2, but a quick little refresher. Last season, we finished 8th in the Premier League. We won the Carabao Cup. So because we won the Carabao Cup, that means we are into the Europa League qualifying round. So I'm pretty sure it's just one round and then you qualify for the group stage. I might be wrong. But the first game of that will be in this episode, along with probably the first Premier League game against West Brom. So the big question is, what is our transfer budget in Season 2? I don't remember quite what we started out with in Season 1. I think it was about like 60-70 million maybe. And we finished 8th. So that gives us a 52.8 million transfer budget. So it's kind of disappointing, but we are Newcastle. We're not PSG. We're not Manchester United. We don't have a lot of money. So with that in mind, we're gonna have to try and be smart with this money. All right, so to start out, we transfer listed a bunch of players that just aren't quite good enough for this team, like Lejeune, Gillespie, Muto, and then we loan listed a bunch of our youngsters from the youth academy. So as of right now, this is our best starting 11. I'm using the formation from the Dortmund series. I want to try that with this Newcastle team. I feel like it would suit us pretty well too. So we're going to try that in this episode. So I think this first team, we're not going to look to sell anyone in this first team exactly. On the bench, maybe Almiron could leave this window maybe. He would generate some money for us to spend. I don't think there's many other players that I'd like to sell. Maybe Fernandez, because we do need a 4th choice center back. And if we sell Hernandez, we need 2 center backs. We could get younger at center back though, because he is 32. So if we sell him and buy 2 center backs, that could help. And then I'm also maybe thinking of replacing Kraft with a younger right back. But I'm not too sure on that one because I like him. I think we're good on wide players. Madueke, Nelson, Willock, even Joshua King can play a left mid. So I think we're okay on the wing, especially with all these youngsters. I do feel like we need another box to box though midfielder, because we only have Longstaff brothers as our box to boxes. So I feel like we need one more. And then in terms of our backup keeper, Woodman came back from on loan and he is 75 rated and only 24. So he's a fine backup. I think Dubravka had a very strong end to the last season. So I'm not looking to replace him. I don't think. I think he's at least earned a chance to be our starting goalkeeper entering this season. So transfer shortlist, a lot of old names on here from the last transfer window, but I was thinking if we replace Kraft, we could replace him with Aarons or Tarek Lamptey, because they would be much younger and probably around the same overall, at least Aarons is. And then we need 2 more center backs probably, so I listed a bunch. We're looking for like a good 3rd choice and then like maybe a lower rated younger 4th choice that we can develop. And then in terms of midfielders, James Ward-Prowse maybe could be an option because Southampton was relegated. So they're in the championship. But this is real life. Ward-Prowse would go to another Premier League team. But he's very expensive. That's the only problem. 44 to 60 million. That is our whole budget. So I'm not sure if that's going to work. But maybe a midfielder like Ruben Loftus-Cheek might work better, depending on his value, because we have to scout him more. So I think we're going to let some of those players be scouted further and then sim through this preseason tournament. All right, Borussia Mönchengladbach won Lejeune for 13 million. He's 30 years old. We can actually get a little bit of money for him. So we're going to negotiate, try to get a little bit more. All right, they were not budging at all. So 13 million for Lejeune, and we'll see if he accepts that. All right, so Rene are trying to buy Serdar, a player on our short list. This is actually a player that I wanted to look at. It's only like the 4th day of the transfer window, and they're already trying to snap him up. Yeah, we don't even have a scouting report on him either. So he'll probably go to Rene. So we might just chalk that one up as an L. All right, Lejeune was sold. That is 9.5 million added to our transfer budget. And then Muto was sold for 2.9 million. So now our budget is gonna be 69.4. A little better. It is a little better. All right, so we got some money for the preseason tournament. I think we made it out of the group stage. And then we have Dortmund in the semifinals. That is funny. So can we beat the team that we just used in a career mode? Can we beat them? I'm guessing nope. We lose 3-1. Pretty expected. But we still got 3.9 million from that. So that was worth it. All right. So James Ward-Prowse is going to be bought by Sevilla for 44.3. Yeah, we could not afford that, I don't think. So we're going to let this guy go. Don't even know who he is. And then we have an offer for Ryan Fraser for 31.5 million. He was probably the best player for us last season. So we just can't sell him. We can't do it. At least not yet. Probably not this season. All right. So we have a bunch of scouting reports back. It looks like Lamptey and Aarons are pretty similar, but Lamptey might be a bit cheaper. We signed Lamptey in our Barcelona series, but he didn't get much of a chance in that series, so we could give him more of a chance in this one. We're going to throw an offer at Brighton and see what they say, because Brighton were relegated too, so they're in the championship, so this is pretty realistic. We're going to try 14 to start out. Hopefully he just accepts that. They want Almiron plus money. What kind of deal is that? That is the worst counter offer I've seen from the CPU. About 14.5. 14.8, that's better. 14.6, give me a win here. Give me a win, and they accept that. All right, so 14.6. If then we put Krath on the transfer list, how much money would he generate? He would be about the same, so we'd get younger at right back. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna list Krath, and then we're gonna sign Lamptey up as our first signing of season 2. All right, so there is our new backup right back. Krath will be sold. And I think now we need to look at center backs. So we need 1 center back if we keep Fernandez, 2 if we also sell Fernandez. I just don't really know what kind of center back that we should look for. Some of these guys are recently joined. Like Bednarek would be pretty good, but he is worth 30 to 42 million for a 79 overall. I don't know if that's worth it. I feel like Salizu would be a better option. He's a little bit cheaper. Also, I found these 2 free agents. They're worth 2.3 and 1.6. I don't know if they're regens possibly, but they do look actually pretty good, especially this English guy. 67 overall, it's not bad. We might delegate to sign him because he'll only be 6,000 per week, so we're gonna delegate to sign him, but he could be a young prospect. All right, we're gonna sim ahead a little bit and see if we get any more offers in for the players on our transfer list. All right, so Norwich are trying to buy a player on our shortlist again for 21.6, Marcos Antonio. So he's 76 rated, 21 to 31 million. Pretty quick, but he's not much of a defensive mid. He's more like an attacking mid. I feel like we're looking more for like a box to box, a little bit more defending, more like Loftus-Cheek, or like James Ward-Prowse would be a perfect option, but he's just too expensive. Renato Sanchez almost is in the same boat, a little bit too expensive, even though his stats are just all green. I love that in a midfielder. I mean, Mario Lemina would be a cheaper option, only 12 million. If you're like looking for a box to box, Mario Lemina is exactly that. But is he much better than Longstaff or any of the Longstaff brothers? That's the question. All right, so Europa League game is coming up soon. I still do not know exactly what to do about center back. All right, we're gonna hold off still. I think we're gonna try and play this first qualifying round game, see if we get more offers in, because I feel like our options would open up if we have more money. So I think we're still gonna try to just sell some more players. All right, so first game of the season, Europa League qualifying round. St. Pat's is who we're facing. This should be the most simplest of wins. We should not be losing to this team. So this should be quick and simple, and then we can qualify for the Europa League group stage. I'm curious to see how this formation works out. It's going to be our first time using it. Joelinton is on the bench. I think we're going to start Callum Wilson to start the season, but Joelinton might take over Joshua King's spot, I think. But for this first game, we're going with Callum Wilson. So first game of season 2. This should be a simple win. All right, Basuma up to Fraser. Wilson. Try and get it back to him. He's going to stop. Try and go for a shot. That would have been the best start ever. The ball just goes over the bar. Oh, that should have been a goal. That should have been a goal. Basuma up to Wilson. Fraser. Gonna wait for Basuma. That is a good run, and that is already the first goal of season 2. 7 minutes in, this is how we should beat this team pretty comfortably and scoring a bunch of goals. Some very good passing. Callum Wilson with an assist to start this season. All right, let's keep it up. Let's finish this in the first leg. Aiden, play that up to Dennis Mann. Dennis Mann has progressed so much. He is by far our best right winger now. Into St. Maximin, try to cross that into Wilson, and Wilson with the header. We are starting off season 2 with a bang. All right, there was some very, very good passing in that build-up. Yeah, I feel like this game is so winnable. We could end this tie in the first leg. They are just out of their element. What is their defense doing? We are going to try to exploit this. I don't know why Lascelles is not making a better run. That should have been a better pass to Basuma, actually. All right, they're bringing the passing out all of a sudden. That is good by Lascelles to block that. That was a little good spell for them. See if we can play that to St. Maximin. Maybe look for Fraser again. Fraser, good touch. Out to Dennis Mann. Dennis Mann might go for a shot. That is straight at the keeper. All right, Fraser, lead this break. Lead it. Callum, if you can find the room. That is the room. Callum Wilson in front of goal, and that is 3-0 in the 42nd minute. This game has gone pretty good so far. I'm liking it. Wilson with 2. Let's try and get some more. Oh, they're going to score. No, right on halftime. How do I let that in? Oh, I saw that happening. How did I let him get past me for a shot? Oh, that tackle. That's completely my fault. I forgot the tackle. All right, 3-1 going in to half time. Still a good lead. Still a very, very good lead. All right, so Joelinton and Madueke are on for this second half. I'm curious to see how Joelinton feels after a year of development at Real Sociedad. Plus, I made Madueke, Reece Nelson, and St. Maximin all wingers now instead of midfielders, and their overalls went up by 1 each one of them. So, or I think St. Maximin didn't, but Madueke and Nelson did. Here he is into Ryan Fraser. Joelinton, if you can go on a run. Gonna play that to Manquillo instead. Up to Jolington. That is not gonna work. All right, Hayden. Up to Madueke, into Jolington, back from on loan, and he scores. All right, that is good to see. I got to change his number, though. But all right, 4-1, that's a lot better. 4 away goals, too. He's going to get his chances this season, Jolington, and I am rooting for him. To have Callum Wilson and him be elite strikers, that would just be so good for us. All right, some good passing from this team. I think they're Scottish, and they get a second. All right, I am not too happy about that, but this is the first game of the season. Sharpness is not that great, so a few mistakes were bound to happen. All right, Madueke into Jolington. Fraser, I see you making that run. We are going to reach you. It's going to be a little bit too far. Can we aim for Jolington? He almost got up for that over the keeper. I say Maximin into Basuma. I think Longstaff will be coming on for Basuma pretty soon. But this is a lot of space. Jolington, I need you to get in a better spot. I need you in a better spot. That is a better spot. Oh, we just can't get the shot off. That was just horrible execution. I did not like the runs that Jolington and Madueke made, though. Can we make up for it here? Jolington. Oh, I should have just shot. I should have just shot. All right, they are putting on a lot of pressure here. Trying to get one more. That is going to be a corner, I think. All right, corner is going to be swung in. That should be cleared by Williams. Not the best clearance. Fraser gets it done. All right, they look like a different team all of a sudden. That is a good pass that reaches one of their players. Can we just win this ball back, please? Can we just win this ball back without conceding? That is going to be caught by Dubravka, and ref blows the whistle. All right, a lot of defending to end this game. They actually did not play that bad, but 4 away goals, 4-2 win. That is a good win. All right, so we are at the first game of the season against West Brom in the Premier League. So should we make a signing before this game? That is the question. I feel like in terms of price and overall and age, Salisu seems like the best option here. So we're going to send an offer at Southampton and see what they say. All right, so it said 25-ish million we could get him for. So we're going to offer straight up just 25 million, and they want Longstaff. No. All right, let's try 26.5. 34.2. It's not terrible. See if we can bring this down just a tad. About 28 plus a 15% sell-on clause. 31.8. All right, at least they're coming down. At least they're coming down. 29.6. Accept it. You know you want to. 31.6. All right, what about 31 million? They finally accept 31 million. All right, so he's only 22, 78 rated. He has good potential on him. Does that seem like the best deal? We're going to throw an offer at Bednarek as well, because I do like him a lot as well. Let's try 27.5. They want Longstaff again. No, you are not getting Longstaff. 28.5. They want 39.7 for him. That is pretty expensive. What if we try and throw in Kraft? I would like 24.5 plus Karath. What would they say to that? Nope, they don't want him. All right, so it looks like Bednarek is going to be a little bit too more expensive. I think Salisu would be the better option in comparison. Yeah, he looks like he's the best option for the age and for the price and overall. So we're going to sign him up. All right, so now Salisu is signed up. Fernandez is on the transfer list. So if we get an offer for him, then we can look to buy a new center back to replace him. But I think for now, we're going to leave it. And we're also trying to sell Kraft. And I've also listed Almiron on the transfer list as well. I just don't think he's going to quite cut it for this team, and he would generate some money for us. So he is transfer listed as of now. So Salisu will go to the bench, and I think it is time to play the first Premier League game of this season. And it's a very winnable game against West Brom. All right, so Basuma needs a rest, so Longstaff is in for him. But first game of the season, let's try and start it out with a win at home. All right, opening day of the Premier League. We finished 8th last season. I'm looking for an improvement this season. We probably won't challenge for a Champions League spot, but if we could sneak into a Europa League spot, that would be a big improvement. So let's try and start out that campaign with a win here. All right, St. Maximin into Callum Wilson. Fraser, where are you? There you are. Get that to Wilson. Fraser, I think, is in. That was a good defensive play by their fullback. All right, play that out to Longstaff. St. Maximin is in a lot of room. Looking for him to be more of a goal scorer this season. Can wait for Longstaff, though. Longstaff in for Basuma. Has a chance here straight at the keeper, though. That was not a bad chance. All right, let's try this again. Fraser, use your pace. Wilson, gonna play that to St. Maximin. A little bit too much on that. And St. Maximin did not want to touch it. What was that? He was like allergic to the ball. I thought he would take a touch. He just never did. What was that? All right, their defense is like actually pretty cut out. I could have passed it to Wilson there. Gonna wait for some runners into St. Maximin. Shot this far out. That is going to be blocked. Hayden out to Dennis Mann. Going to play that to Callum Wilson. In to Ryan Fraser. Through ball to Wilson. That is beautiful. And Callum Wilson puts that in for our first Premier League goal of this season. That was beautiful execution. Good ball by Fraser and a good run by Wilson. A good finish to top it off. All right, 36th minute. We are 1-0 up on West Brom. All right, into the second half. We are 1-0 up. So let's try and build on that lead. Dennis Mann can play that to Callum Wilson. Get that to St. Maximin. Try and get that to Fraser. We're finding some room here to start the second half. I was going to play that to Wilson. That would have been a clear chance. Yeah, West Brom have not been the most threatening team in front of goal. All right, Wilson could hold this up a little bit. Try and play that to St. Maximin. He should keep that in this time. He does this time at least. Can we drive in and get a shot with St. Maximin? Nope, that is just completely sealed. We're going to send this right back in the middle though. Fraser in to Callum Wilson. Get that to Dennis Mann. Dennis Mann on his right foot into the top left-hand corner. That might seal the 3 points for us. And that is a great solo goal from Dennis Mann. He did all the work here. Fake shot to the left and then curler into the net. 61st minute. 2-0 up. It looks like this is going to be a good opening game to the Premier League. I mean, I guess I should not speak too soon. Don't want to jinx myself, and I feel like I might have because all of a sudden West Brom want to attack all of a sudden. That's a good steal by Hayden. Love to see that. All right, Tyler Adams is on for Longstaff, or we're going to drop him back to be a CDM. And then let's do the other Longstaff brother in for Fraser and make him a center mid. And then let's do Joelinton for Callum Wilson, final sub. Last 20 minutes trying to hold on to this lead. That was very dangerous right there. Kind of lucky to get out of that. And now we can just spring for a counterattack. This should be goal number 3. Oh, he's staying with Wilson. See if Fraser can finish it. That defender played that so well. He was right in between the passing lane. Just could not get it to Wilson, and Fraser just, it's a tough shot from that angle. All right, corner being swung in. Gets our head to that, but it goes over the bar. I think that's from Shar. Try this again. That is swung in. That is not bad. It'll go back out to the corner kick taker. St. Maximin. Why not have a shot? A pretty good effort. Not bad from St. Maximin. Oh, that's a steal. Joelinton now in on goal. Could score 3, and that is 3. That is so lucky. That was like a tackle deflection. Ball just turned into like a through ball into Joelinton, and he puts it away. It's good to see both of our main strikers scoring in the first game. That is a decent ball. Lascelles, being the solid center back he is, gets that out. So into added time, we might get one more chance if we can get this ball up. Joelinton is in a lot of room. Can he get by this defender? Yes, he can. Can he score 2 on his return? No, he can't. All right, final corner of this game. Swing that in. That is way too close to the keeper. But that is going to be full time. 3-0 win against West Brom to start the season. I am very, very happy with that. That was a strong opening game. All right, so we're going to end this first episode of Season 2 right here. In the next one, we should finish the transfer window. So I need your guys' feedback. We have 37 million in our transfer budget. Closer to maybe 40. And we have Almiron on the transfer list. He is worth about 20 million, so that would put it up to 60 million-ish. Kraft would be another 10, so 70 million. Who should we sign with the rest of our money to end the transfer window? Make sure to leave those suggestions in the comment section. But 2 wins in our first 2 games of Season 2. I am completely just happy with that. So if you guys enjoyed this first episode, drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys in the next video. I hope you all have a great day.